So one pilgrim smuggler cracked the Arab monopoly. 7 seeds, that's it. Those 7 seeds became every coffee plant in India.
For centuries, Arabia had a chokehold on coffee. One plant, one empire, one port, Mocha, Yemen. Every bean that left the Arabian Peninsula passed through that single harbor. Boiled, roasted, or even partially stripped of its growing power before shipment. Because the Arabs weren't just selling a drink, they were guarding a secret.
He hides 7 forbidden coffee seeds in his beard, walks past armed guards scanning for exactly this kind of smuggling, and quietly rewrites the agricultural map of India. Baba Budan wasn't a spy. He was a Sufi pilgrim returning from Mecca. But those 7 seeds, tucked into the folds of his robes, buried in his beard, were worth more than gold. And if the Ottomans had found them, he would have been executed on the spot.
But here's what most people don't know. It happened a second time. And this one was even crazier because it announced a ballroom, a forbidden romance, and a bouquet of flowers.
Officially, Francisco de Mimelo Palheta is there to negotiate a border dispute. Unofficially, every smile at the governor's wife, his wife is steal coffee. The French in Guyana had coffee plantations. The Portuguese in Brazil had none. And Palheta knew exactly who held the keys. He walks out of French Guiana carrying a bouquet of flowers. The French think they're giving him a gift. They're actually handing him an empire.
Coffee shoots were placed in the bouquet. These tiny shoots becomes the start of Brazil's coffee empire, which accounts to more 40% of total global consumption, accounting to more than 75 billion USD per year.
2 men risked everything to free a plant from one empire. That same plant was used to imprison millions inside another. Brazil's coffee boom wasn't built on clever smuggling alone. It ran on the backs of over 4 million enslaved Africans. The heists broke the monopoly, but they didn't break the chains. The price of your morning cup was written in bodies and fields, not just coins. And that tension between liberation and exploitation has followed coffee across every ocean.
So coffee was stolen. Then it was built on suffering. But here's the question that doesn't leave me alone. Why? Why was this one plant worth all of it? Worth smuggling at the cost of execution?
Worth enslaving 4 million people? What made coffee so valuable that empires would kill for it? The answer is inside a room. A single room, what happened inside that room, changed human history forever.
For centuries, Europe had stayed mildly drunk. The water wasn't safe, so everyone, including children, drank beer and ale from morning to night. Then coffee houses appeared, and everything shifted. For a single penny, you could buy a cup of coffee and a seat at the table with the brightest minds of your age. They called them penny universities. Merchants drafted shipping insurance contracts that became Lloyd's of London. Scientists argued over equations that became the Royal Society. Revolutionaries whispered plans over black coffee that would eventually topple monarchies. Insurance markets, newspapers, the scientific method, they all traced their roots to these rooms. This was the demand. This was why empires bled for a bean. Europe had woken up, and it would never go back to sleep.
Coffee didn't just change history, it made history. Wars, empires, revolutions, markets. Every sip you take is a thread pulling you back through all of it. And now you know where the thread leads. I'll see you on the trail.
In Ethiopia's highland sun, a shepherd watched his goats
Do subscribe and like our channel.
Red cherries sparked a joyful